Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video might be seen and shared. Cillian Driver once again, coming to you with another unboxing and review of a watch that is mine. This is a very special Zelos. I love all my Zelos watches. I think I only bought one that I really didn't like, and I don't have that anymore. But Zelos watches are all pretty special to me to begin with, but this one is extra special. Before I get to that, you may notice my newest challenge coin. Picked it up off of eBay. 2024 celebrated the 60th anniversary of the creation and production of the Mustang. And that was National Mustang Day, was April 17th, 2024. And I saw this challenge coin on eBay and decided I had to have that. And remember, folks, the Mustang is the only muscle car from that era that is in continuous production since inception. Not the Camaro, not the Firebird, not even the mighty Corvette. There were no Corvettes in 1983. I don't care how much you Corvette fanboys whine and bitch about that fact. It's a fact. There were no Corvettes in production. There were a few pre-production 1984 models made in 83. One of them is in the museum even. But there were no Corvettes in 83. Facts don't care about your feels. But, off of a tangent, now on to the real thing. Inside this Zelos box is the Zelos 10th anniversary watch. Zelos started in 2014 as a very small micro brand. They are still a micro brand, but they are a very small micro brand at the time. They started on Kickstarter with the original Helmsman watch, which I did a video on recently. You can go back and watch that if you'd like. And the inside the box is the typical Zelos watch roll. I thought it would have been cool to do the 10th anniversary watch in an old school Zelos wood box, but I just only recently thought of that idea, and that didn't happen, obviously. Fun fact, of the 300 anniversary watches made, this one is serial number 282. Which also happens to be the serial number of my Cillian Mustang, 282. So Elshin didn't know that. I didn't ask for that, and he didn't know that. It just happened to be a real interesting coincidence. Inside the box, or the roll, I should say, which makes a nice travel roll. I used one of these as a travel roll on a recent trip I took. Is the Zelos 10th anniversary wristwatch. It could also be called the Helmsman 3. This is based on the Helmsman design. There have been two previous generations. This one is a bit smaller than the Helmsman 1 and 2. A bit thinner, but it is still a dive watch with an internal dive bezel and a dive bezel control crown at the 2 o'clock position. This one's a little different than the other ones in the fact that it is a screw down crown, but as you can see and maybe even hear, the internal bezel, while it is bidirectional, is a ratcheting internal dive bezel, which really helps with when you set the bezel to the place where you want, set the pip to the place where you want it, and then you go to screw the crown down on the other 2 generations, the internal bezel could and sometimes did move. In this case, because it has a ratcheting feature, it locks in place and allows you to screw that crown down without moving the pip. And after all, the pip being in a specific spot at a specific moment in time is the whole reason for a dive watch, right? You don't want it to move. You want it to be accurate. Now, this is a stainless steel watch on an FKM rubber strap with quick release spring bars, as you can see. So if you want to change this for something different, you can. Blue keepers. It is the blue on the underside and on the keepers is designed to match very well to the titanium Damascus watch face, the dial. It is a Timascus or titanium Damascus dial, heat treated to 500 degrees Celsius. And it is Damascus, which is a metal forming technique of folding metal over and over again to create unique striations in the metal, and then the heat treat. And these two the combination of the two techniques ensures that the watch, while this being number 282 out of 300, is also a one of one. There will be no two watch dials are going to be alike. You also have, I'll zoom in here. You also have meteorite material used for the dive bezel. So it's a combination of stainless steel case, titanium Damascus dial, and meteorite on the internal bezel. Both crowns are signed. Both crowns are loomed. You have an old ship's wheel engraved into or cast into the watch case back. You can see you have the specific model serial number, I guess you would call it. You have movement type, which is the Miyota 9015, water resistance rating, titanium Damascus meteorite. Good information on the back of the watch. I'm going to give you a wrist shot here. Also, the buckle is titanium. Steel, I should say. And you know what? I think I'm going to take that second keeper off. It's not really needed. On my 7¼ inch wrist, the watch fits very nicely. It's a little, I've said it before, 40 millimeter, which is what this watch is more or less for the most part, the smallest watch that I tend to buy. I do have a few 39 and 38 millimeters, but they're rare in my collection. 42 to 44 millimeters is what looks best on my wrist, but on my 7¼ inch wrist, a 40 millimeter watch looks pretty good. You have a date window at the 3 o'clock. It's very subtle. Screw down crown at the 4 o'clock is what sets the watch. First position is your quick set. Second position hacks the movement, allows you to set the time, push it all back in, screw it down, and you get your 200-meter water resistance back. You have applied indices with numerals at the 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock position. The dive track the dive bezel track is, of course, loomed as well. You have a little touch of yellow at the on the second hand, which matches the Helmsman 10-year logo at the above the 6 o'clock. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous watch, and you know the fact that the Helmsman was the original, very first Zelos back in 2014 on Kickstarter. It made sense to make the 10th anniversary watch a takeoff of the original Helmsman, and perhaps the watch was very successful in its sale. It literally sold out in 90 seconds, somewhere between 90 and 120 seconds. So a minute and a half to 2 minutes, the entire production was sold off. So I feel very, very lucky that I got one. Hopefully, Elsham will consider doing other watches in the Helmsman 3 design. I would love to see this watch with an Aventurine dial. Shout out to my friend Lucio over in Italy, Mr. Aventurine, we call him. I would love to see one in a meteorite, full meteorite dial. I think that would be pretty damn cool. I'd definitely grab one of those. Let's see. I've gone over most of the information that I wanted to. Sapphire crystal. It is a flat sapphire crystal. It is a 40 millimeter case, as you can see. 46.5 millimeter on the tip to tip. 11.5 millimeter thick. By the way, you know, it's thin enough that this watch will fit under a long sleeve shirt with the sloped external bezel. It should slide very nicely under a cuff. 20 millimeter lug width. It is a fitted FKM rubber strap, but the obviously with quick release spring bars, you can attach conventional straight lug straps to this watch with minimal trouble. Miyota 9015 movements, so it hand winds, it hacks, it does all the things you expect, and will be easily to live with and easy to service. So that's it. I mean, celebrating 10 years of Zelos watches the right way, making a nice homage and shout out to the original Zelos, the original Helmsman, which I have one now. I did a video on that. You can review that at your leisure. I am working on trying to get another Helmsman 2 into my collection. I have a few leads as of the day I'm making this. I'm pretty sure one of them is going to pan out very perfectly. And what I'm going to do is, since I've already done videos on the Helmsman 2 previous to this, I'm not going to do a Helmsman 2 video on that watch, but I will do a comparison between the 3 generations, if and when I can get a hold of one. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it to be entertaining, useful, informative. If you did, please click that thumbs up button for me. It does help with the YouTube search algorithm, helps bring people to the channel, and I am all about that. Comments, questions, suggestions down below. I do read them all. I do respond to them all. However, if you are going to try to troll me, you are going to try to insult me, or you're going to leave links to bad places on the internet, I'm simply going to delete the comment and block the commenter. If you're new to the channel, of course, welcome. I'm glad you found my channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll take the opportunity to watch many, many more videos that I have on here. I have well over 1,000 videos at this point on my channel, covering a variety of subjects. A lot of it Zelos. So if you're looking for a specific Zelos watch, I bet you I've done a video on it already. So all I ask in return for all this wonderful entertainment and information is please click that subscribe button and click the bell icon too, so when I upload new material, you are alerted. And as I always say at the end of my videos, it is a crazier world out there. It is not getting any less crazy. So please be careful out there. Stay safe. Be well. See you soon.